Dotted notes and degrees of staccato in Western music notation. In this lesson, we will explore two fundamental topics in Western music theory and notation: dotted notes and the degrees of staccato articulation. The explanations follow standard principles found in academic syllabi such as ABRSM, Trinity College London, and London College of Music, LCM. If you aren't familiar with music note durations, make sure to click the link on the screen to watch that video first before continuing with this one. Part 1. Dotted notes. A dotted note is a note followed by a dot placed immediately to the right of the note head. In standard Western notation, a dot increases the duration of the note by half of its original value. This rule applies consistently to all note values. Mathematically, if the original note value equals x, a single dot adds half of x. Total duration equals x plus half of x equals 3/2x. For example, in 4/4 time, a dotted whole note equals 4 plus 2 equals 6 beats. A dotted half note equals 2 plus 1 equals 3 beats. A dotted quarter note equals 1 plus 1/2 equals 1.5 beats. A dotted eighth note equals 1/2 plus 1/4 equals 3/4 beat. Double dotted notes. When two dots are written after a note, the first dot adds half of the original value, and the second dot adds half of the value added by the first dot. In other words, the second dot adds 1/4 of the original value. Part 2. Degrees of staccato articulation. Articulation markings indicate how a note should be performed rather than changing its written rhythmic value. In performance practice, staccato-type markings shorten the executed duration of a note by replacing part of its written value with silence. In academic training, three main degrees are commonly distinguished. Mezzo staccato. Mezzo staccato may be indicated in two common ways. A short horizontal dash placed above or below the note. B, a slur over a group of notes combined with staccato dots. In pedagogical explanation, mezzo staccato generally suggests that approximately 3/4 of the written note value is sounded, while 1/4 is silence. The result is a gently detached articulation, more connected than staccato, but clearly separated. 2. Staccato. Staccato is indicated by a dot placed above or below the note head. In standard academic explanation, staccato typically reduces the sounded duration to approximately 1/2 of the written value, with the remaining half becoming silence. This creates a clearly detached and separated effect. 3. Staccatissimo. Staccatissimo is usually indicated by a wedge-shaped mark, a narrow triangle, placed above or below the note. It represents a stronger and shorter detachment than staccato. In practical teaching terms, it is often described as sounding approximately 1/4 or 1/4 of the written value, leaving 3/4 as silence. The effect is sharp, crisp, and highly articulated. Listen carefully to the following example to clearly understand the difference between mezzo staccato, staccato, and staccatissimo. Important performance consideration. It is important to understand that the exact proportion of sounded and silent duration is not mathematically fixed in performance. The interpretation depends on tempo, stylistic context, historical period, and the composer's intention. However, the fractional guidelines, 3/4, 1/2, and 1/4, are widely used in formal music education as practical teaching models. A clear understanding of dotted rhythms and articulation markings is essential for accurate rhythmic reading and expressive musical performance in Western classical notation. The channel is packed with creative lessons to help you learn music easily and fast. Click the playlist to explore all the titles and continue improving step by step. If you enjoyed this video, like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. Don't stop now. Click the next video and keep learning.